You are now entering a safe area.
Stay safe.
Warning. You are exiting the safe area.
Alright, I'm just gonna finish for that to load in. Alright. So, I was gonna do a live stream of Division today, which probably would have been my last one, but rather than doing all of that, I'm just gonna go over the builds that I've made while I've been playing this game. So that's what we're gonna do today. So it's gonna be probably a very boring video because I've never made one of these before, but it is what it is. So first up, we're gonna start from the top. Oops, hold on a minute here. Okay, there we go. So first up is my Pred build. All 6-piece classified. I'm running health and exotic damage resilience and ammo capacity on my vest. I'm running health and bleed resistance on my backpack. I'm running critical hit chance and burn resistance on my face mask. The gloves are health on kill, critical hit chance, and SMG damage. Holster is critical hit chance, and it's also rolled into firearms and health. And then the final piece, I'm running knee pads rolled into health with additional health, and then disrupt, bleed, and bland death resistance. So I'm running 4K firearms, 9K stamina, and 2K electronics. Weapon damage is 23,839. Critical hit chances at 31%. Critical hit damage is at 52%. Headshot damage is 110%. 0 accuracy, 3 stability, and, you know, the rest here. I'm not going to go through it all, but you guys can see for yourselves. For weapons, I'm running a house with dominant, deadly, and then card counter. And then those are the mods that I'm running with it. And next up is Warlord, which has deadly, vicious, and then play rough. And then those are my mods for that. Pistol, which I know doesn't really matter. It's just a golden rhino with deadly and then golden rhino, and then these are the 2 mods that I'm running with it. Also on the vest, we're running prototype stamina mod, 2 prototype stamina mods with stamina, and one has health and one has skill haste, which I couldn't find another one to replace it, so it has to be what it is. And then here we're running prototype stamina mod with, again, skill haste and stamina. And then I couldn't find anything else, so I just put sticky bomb mods in there for now. And then another prototype stamina mod with health on this one, on the face mask. The knee pads are like this. There we go. Prototype stamina mod and performance mod is pulse critical hit damage. And then I'm running a first aid self heal on this one, on the holster. I know it's mixed and matched all together, but those sticky bomb mods I need to take off at some point, but seeing how the new game's gonna come out, I'm just not gonna worry about it right now. I'll mess with it some more later. So I am running booster shot, and then I'm running the life support for extra healing and faster healing, and then recovery link. What talents? I'm running adrenaline, critical save, shrapnel, combat medic, and combat medic. So, with the booster shot, I mean, you can see the damage output. Body shots. Headshots. And also the body shot numbers. It does pretty decent damage. It shreds pretty good. I'm happy with it. And like I said, it's fully optimized, so everything is geared and ready to go. That's my Pred build. Now, mind you, none of these are for PvE or PvP. They're for both, kind of. I tried to make them for both, so that way I wouldn't have to switch builds every time I went into the Dark Zone. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it's kind of hit or miss. The bleed resistance is good because if somebody else is running Pred and tries to put a bleed on you, you have a little bit of resistance against it. So that's always good. Next up, I'm going to do a striker build. I have to go reload, stock myself.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
So,
Warning, now leaving the safe area.
I'm running the same setup as far as skills and talents go on this one as well. Get back in here. Okay, here we go. So, I'm running again, everything is rolled into health for the most part. And then ammo capacity. with stamina mods. So again, you don't have to run it this way. You can run it any way you want. You can run it with whatever gear you choose. This is just the way that I choose to run it. I'm not really a PvP player. I'm more of a PvE player. I do dabble in PvP. I'm not saying that I don't. So I have to have gear that can do both. And for me, the Striker and the Pred works the best, along with the Nomad, which we're gonna get to at the very bottom of this list. Every build on this character, which is my main character, or was my main character, is fully optimized. So all the gear scores are 291. And then on here, where everything is rolled into health, and then we have critical hit damage and bleed resistance. I don't know why bleed resistance is on there, but it is. And prototype stamina mods, and then performance mod is support station duration. The mod on the mask is prototype stamina mod with health again. That has critical hit chance, blind death resistance, and is rolled into health. The gloves, I don't think we did the gloves yet. I don't think we did. Has critical hit chance, SMG damage, and assault rifle damage, which is what I'm running for weapons on here. You'll see that the weapons also don't change very much. They're the same weapons for almost every build that I use. I know some people like the lightweight M4. I didn't really care for it. I mean, I have a couple in my inventory. I do dabble in those a little bit once in a great while. As critical hit chance rolled into the gloves. They rolled into, unfortunately, the firearms was already maxed out, so I didn't have to do anything with that. So I just did skill power and stamina. And then there's a pulse critical hit damage mod on here for 2%. You'll see why that's important after. And then the holster. Right, it's the holster. No, those are knee pads. Jesus, I'm losing my mind. Alright, the knee pads are rolled into firearms with health. And you got shock resistance, disrupt resistance, and blunt death resistance. With prototype stamina mod, and the performance mod has sticky bomb damage, which again I will take off at some point because I was running sticky bomb with both these builds at one point. Why, I have no idea, but that's what I was doing. Again, the guns don't change, it's the same thing. The mods don't change, they're all the same. So total running 4K, 9K, and 2K. Your weapon damage is 20,000. Critical hit chance is 37%. Critical hit damage percent is 104%. Headshot damage is 55%. Accuracy is 2. Stability is 35%. And then those are the rest of these mods. All weapon damage bonus is 20%. Assault rifle damage is plus 12% for bonus. And also for SMG. Enemy armor damage. And that's all this stuff here for that. Like I said, they're more middle of the road builds. Like I run these in the dark zone and out of the dark zone, so that way they don't have to keep switching in and out. That was the whole point when I started these builds. And they're also from so long ago. So that's that one. So now we're going to give a little demonstration of how it works. And booster shot, and then we go. Those are the body shots. Headshots. And we switch to the AK. There we go. And that's how that works. Okay. Next up is my favorite build of all time. You're gonna find out in a second why. Why I love this build so much. So, everyone was making Alpha Bridge builds, and I noticed how everybody else's Alpha Bridge build was retardedly overpowered. But I didn't see too many who made sniper builds out of it. I saw people who made, you know, SMG builds, LMG builds, shotgun builds, whatever. And, you know, that's all fine and dandy. You know, everyone has their own different playstyle, which is why I love this game, because it's so diverse as far as playstyles go. You can make a build out of anything, basically. So, the chest piece is rolled into firearms with skill haste, health, and then ammo capacity. And the mods I'm running firearms on both. One has critical hit chance and the other one has skill haste. Backpack is, again, this one I believe I rolled into firearms. Was it firearms? No, this one I rolled into... I didn't roll this one into anything. I left it the way it was because it had skill power on it. Already fully maxed out, so I left it. But I am running health, ammo capacity. Very important. That being a sniper build, you don't have very many bullets or a really big magazine. And I'm running a firearms mod, and then the performance mods, I'm running 2 pulse critical hit chance mods. You'll just find out in a minute why it's so important that it is that way. So, the gloves are again rolled into skill power with critical hit damage at 17%, 12% marksman rifle damage, and 9% skill haste. The holster is rolled into firearms and health with 4% critical hit chance. And then a prototype performance mod of another 2% critical hit damage mod for pulse. Now, I don't know why there's not one in here, but I'll have to fix that after. The knee pads are rolled into firearms and health, and then you have shock resistance, disorienting resistance, and damage to elites. And as we scroll down, we have performance, firearms mod with skill power. The mod slot, I have to fix that after. I don't know what happened to it, but we'll get to that a little bit later. There will be another 2% mod in there as well. Did I do the mask? I don't think I did the mask yet. So this is rolled into... I believe I did not do this yet, right? No, I can't remember now. Anyway, it's rolled into skill power, and it has exotic damage resilience and damage to elites with a firearms mod as well that is rolled into, that has extra health on it. Your health isn't very much in this build, unfortunately, but it'll pack a hell of a punch, and that's the whole point. For weapons, I'm running the heal and devil combo. My heal has predatory, dominant, and then the fury talent. And then you also get the devil's heal talent, which both weapons gain the fire and fury talents, and the buff durations are increased by 15%. Bonuses from fire and fury are no longer lost when swapping weapons between devil and heal. Weapon swap speed is increased. And then these are the mods that I'm running on it. This is my devil. Yeah, this is the devil. Here we go. Okay. So that's deadly, unforgiving, and then the fire talent. Again, same talent that I explained earlier is in this one too. And then these are the mods for it. I've tried to find the most max out mods I could, or that I had available to me at that time. So, as you can tell by the damage, by the primary firepower numbers, it's massive. Hold on a minute. We're going to go back here for a second. Here we go. So, 82,000 weapon damage, so almost 100k. It has 196 headshot damage. Critical hit damage is 65%, and critical hit chance is 14%. But you'll see why that's not going to matter because of the mods that are in place when I hit my boosts. And then those numbers. It's got 28% damage to elites, 20% skill haste, okay, and the pistol stays the same through all my builds. They're all the same thing. So,
You are now entering a safe area.
I'm wearing this, so we're gonna
Warning.
hit pulse.
You are exiting the safe area.
Run that, and then watch the. So consistently hitting 2 million in the head and 1 million body shots. There's a couple of threes mixed in there. So that was the devil. And then this is the heal. As soon as the boost check comes back up, I'll run it with that. couple of 4s in there, some 2s, some 3s. That's my Alpha Bridge build. Now the nice thing about this build is you can swap out weapons on the fly. Like I have the house, the showstopper, the Alejandro, and a couple other weapons in my inventory. And all the stats will still transfer over, like the critical hit damage and stuff will transfer over to those weapons. Plus add whatever they have for weapons talents. It's fantastic. So much fun to use.
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
So that's the end of that. The hybrid one I'm not going to go over because it's not really a hybrid. It's just something that I threw together real quick. It is fully modded out though and maxed out. Next is the healer build, which would be the reclaimer build. So everything's rolled into stamina. Stamina and skill power. And then support station mods. Oop. Wrong button. I'm going to do this one. Now this one does have different guns. It doesn't have the same guns as my other one does. The only one's the same as the house. I'm running a fully optimized urban MDR on here. Oh, and skill haste as well. Okay. So we're gonna go to the urban MDR. It's got vicious, predatory, and then distracted. And then those are the mods for it that I'm running. Again, all these stay the same. And this is Sticky Bob. Now, I'm running Sticky Bob, like I said, the life support station mod, and then the recovery link. Talents are still the same. Nothing's changed, it's all the same. And running 2k firearms, 6k stamina, and 6k electronics. Weapon damage is 40k. It's got pretty nice stats for the most part. It's designed to heal your teammates and be support, but at the same time, if you have to defend yourself, God forbid it should come to that, then you can defend yourself. And that's it for the Reclaimer build. And last but certainly not least is going to be the Nomad build. I've tinkered with this a little bit.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
But
Warning. Are exiting the safe area.
so again, we're running the same 3 guns as on the other one, as on the Pred and the Striker and so on and so forth. The hybrid build has the Showstopper and then an LMG. And I'm running a Ninja Bike backpack on that build. But that's about it. It's more of a middle of the road, you know, if you're in a tough spot and need to get out of it kind of build. I'm running 2 pieces of Alpha Bridge and 3 pieces of Nomad on that build. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I was here. Duh. Here we go. So, again, why the hell is that missing? But whatever, I'm not worried about it right now. Okay. So running, everything's rolled into health and firearms, basically. There we go. I'll scroll a little slower for you guys. There we go. Alright. Short demonstration. There we go. And that's that. Those are all my builds on my main character. I'm gonna switch out real quick and show you the builds of my other character, my backup main character. Unfortunately, her builds are not all finished yet, so...
Best gear in the city. Check it out.
I sound a bit nasally, it's because my nose is a bit stuffy, but not too bad. Now, I'm not going to go over all of these because they're not finished yet. I'm just going to go over the ones that I have done. So that way they're shorten the video a little bit. These are skill builds on here for the most part. I have a Sentry's Call and a Final Measure build as well, but they aren't done yet. And neither is the Lone Star build. By not done, I mean they're not fully maxed out yet, stat-wise. They're not fully optimized yet. Okay. Here we go.
You are now entering a safe area.
Let me stock up real quick.
Burning agent?
I'll run upstairs to the shooting range, and I will show you what I have in store for you guys. I'm extremely proud of this first build. It's my Tactician's build. I love it. It hits so freaking hard, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna go test it in the field
now
after
leaving
I
the
show you.
safe area.
But for demonstration purposes and to see what's in it, we're gonna do it this way real quick. Okay, starting with the chest piece. Now mind you, everything's rolled into firearms. Not firearms, damn it. Skill power. So skill haste and health on kill and an ammo capacity on the vest. With 2 prototype electronics mods with skill power. The backpack is, now here's where people's opinions differ. Some people like running a 6-piece. I do have a classified backpack in my stash, but I like running it this way better. The 6-piece to me is too complicated for me. It's too situational for my liking, so I run it this way instead. Which is a gold backpack with rolled into firearms, of course. I'm not firearms. Damn it. Skill power. And then this one has inventive. Increase skill power by 15% while at full health. It also has more skill power on it, ammo capacity. And then we're running electronics mods and sticky bomb damage prototype mods. The gloves are health on kill, again rolled into skill power, skill haste, and enemy armor damage. The mask is again skill power with more skill power, damage to elites, and a prototype electronics mod with, guess what, skill power. Knee pads are again rolled into skill power and then health. It has 33% disorient damage resistance, burn resistance, and damage to elites. With Seeker Mind damage mod and, you guessed it, another prototype electronics mod with skill power. The holster is rolled into health and skill power. With a Secret Mind damage mod. And you're going to find out why that's so important after. So as for weapons, I'm running an Urban MDR with Talented, which gives you killing a target with this weapon increases skill power by 15% for 20 seconds. This effect does not stack. Killing a new target refreshes the timer. Also has Sustained on it, which is locked, Distracted, and then these are my mods for it. Next, we have the Tactical M249 Paro. Now, this is here just for kicks, because it says Dominant on it. Killing a target reduces all skill cooldowns by 7.5%. And then these are the mods that I'm running on here. Okay. The pistol has Determined, which again gives you the skill mod. Why is the Damascus on here? Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. This shouldn't be on here. This should be on here. Okay. Again, it's just a golden rhino. There's nothing spectacular about it. There we go. So, now weapon-wise, it hits pretty hard. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try this out real quick here. I'm gonna run out here.
Best stuff in the city.
I do believe I would.
I'm gonna find me some enemies to kill real quick so I can show you guys what it
Watch yourself out
really
there.
does.
We need you, okay? You're doing good work.
No, let me get out of here real quick. There should be some roaming around here somewhere that I can use this on. You're gonna see why it's so nasty. Actually, I have an idea. We're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna do this real quick. I have an idea here. Hold on a second. Let's go Lexington. And then challenging. We're gonna go do this real quick. I'm not gonna run the entire mission, I'm just gonna do the first part of it. Here we go.
This is about taking the Rikers out at the knees. There's no one who can replace Lorraine Barrett. She's the one who organized the escape to Manhattan.
They're holding 3 of my people there. If you can get them out before blowing the lid off, I'd be grateful.
All right. Get them out first, but
Ready?
don't jeopardize the mission. We're going in on your heels. The jailbreak ends here.
Boom.
Nice and easy.
Where is he at?
Gonna wait.
I want to try to get my my thing all the way up so I can show you how nasty it is. How much skill power I actually do. Or half for that matter. Alright, hold on a second. Now, just gonna fill it back up again. So, that's how much skill power I have. So,
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected. Warning. Additional hostiles inbound.
and that's basically it.
Oh, you're a lifesaver. I was sure they were gonna kill me, just like the
That's how it works. Simple, nasty, and to the point. Love it. Alright. So let's get back, let's go back to the base. Okay. Okay.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Hey, gotta see it to believe it.
Now,
You're now leaving the safe area.
so my sticky bombs do 1.3 million damage before mods and boosts, and the secret mines do 91,000 damage before mods and boosts. Now, we also have the Firecrest build, the Lone Star build, the D3 build, and then I have Final Measures and a Sentry's Call. The Firecrest, my flame turret does 17,000k damage. That's before mods though and boosts. So for weapons, I'm running an Urban MDR with. Is it? Here it is. With Intense. And then those are the mods for it. And then I'm running House with Talented, Destructive, and Card Counter. Again, everything's rolled into skill power for maximum damage. That's that one. D3 build is Urban MDR and House and Sawed Off Shotgun. This I'm running 9k health, 3k skill power, and 3k firepower. Again, it's maximized to give you the final boost. Because when you're at 9k, your ballistic shield health is increased by 200%. And for every 3k stamina you have, the duration of the heal bonus, the heal buff that you get, is increased for 2 seconds. And then it gives you the other stats down here as well. And last but certainly not least is going to be the Lone Star build. Now I'm running a Showstopper with Dominant, Deadly, and then Showstopper talent. And I'm running the Black Market M60E6 with Deadly, Sustained, and Brutal on it. And then these are the mods that I have on that. And a Sawed Off Shotgun. So everything has Deadly on it. I ran everything maximized into health and firepower for the most part. Now the name of the game of this is, you don't have, when you swap your weapons, it automatically refills your magazine, and it gives you a speed buff on certain occasions. So that's why it's good for ammo capacity. Like if you're running resistance, I use this build a lot in resistance. This is what I use it for. And oops, wrong freaking button. My bad. Oops. away. Here it is. Then I also have a final measure and a sentry's call as well, but they're not finished yet, so I'm not going to showcase those today. I just wanted to show you some of the builds that I have that I use. I mostly use the Nomad, the Striker, the Pred, the D3, and the Tacticians. All the rest are there in case I need them for something. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe. And I will see you all in Division 2. And I am out.